I'm Miss Stacy. Welcome to Miss Stacy's Homestead, and today I'm going to be canning up some blueberries. So I have about 4.5 pounds of blueberries here, and I want to can them whole. I was going to do raw pack, but I don't like how you don't get as many blueberries in a jar when you raw pack. So, and then they float. So I'm going to hot pack them. And so you could do either one. Raw pack, you just heat up your syrup, fill your jars with your berries, heat up your syrup, and pour it over. Or hot pack, which is what I'm gonna do, is we're gonna put our berries in a pot with some sugar and water and then hot pack it. So let's get to it. Yeah, man. Alright guys, so according to the Ball Blue book and my Amish canning book, you put your berries, wash them up, put them in the pot with a 1/2 cup or 1/4 cup per pound of sugar, okay? And we're going to use brown sugar because it gives it a really, really good taste. So we're going to do that, and then we're just going to put enough water to cover them and then simmer it up for 1 minute. Alrighty, so we have about 4.5 pounds of berries we're going to put in our pot here. They're nice and clean and washed. They're picked from a local farm, so they're organic. And then we're going to do a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I'm going to use the rest of this one first. Per pound. So I have 4.5 pounds. So we'll do 5 1/4 cups of brown sugar, okay? I got more. I'm going to do another recipe but I want to preserve these whole because they're so fresh, and I can always make jams and jellies, with the frozen kind, but you never get an opportunity to preserve these whole very often. At least I don't. So that's what we're doing. And then one more. There we go, 5. And so I've done it before with just water and no sugar, but the sugar really helps them retain their firmness and texture, I feel. So that's why I do it with sugar now. Alright, so we got our brown sugar in there. Sometimes I add a dash of vanilla. You could do that if you want, but I want to keep them. I can always add vanilla later in other recipes. I just want to keep them kind of plain. Alright, let's get some water and top it off. Okay, I already have some hot water in my kettle. We're just going to top it. There, see? It's perfect. Just enough to cover it, like that, and then we're going to simmer. Alrighty, so we have our berries on the stove, and they're going to cook for 1 minute, and then we'll jar them up. Alright guys, so the blueberries have been simmering for a minute, and we're going to take our warm jars out of our canner we've been warming up and ladle our berries in here. So let's get that started. I missed the stem. I see it. Sometimes that happens. Alright, so I want to do just the berries first, and then we'll add juice to it. So I'll kind of strain it a bit. There we go. 1 inch headspace, guys. Okay. I might be able to get all these. Let's see. Let's see if I can get all these. Then I'll go back in and ladle the juice. I think I got enough. These jars are pint jars. They're just squatty pint jars. So we might have just enough. And then what I'll do, if I have leftover juice, I'm gonna make another jam next and do a video on that. And then I'll just save the syrup for that. Or you know what? Oh, you know what? Let's just can it. We could just can it for syrup. For blueberry syrup. Let's do that. If I have extra, we'll do a little blueberry syrup. All right. They're putting the doggies out. Putting the dogs out. Alright, I think I got them all.
Robin's an outside dog.
She likes to be outside, out front.
Out back, you mean?
I call it out front.
It's not out front. She's a little loner dog. Did you know my loner?
I get all the little berries. Alright guys, so trying to get all these berries out with my juice here.
She's a little hobo. She's a little hobo dog.
Alright, so after you fill your jars up, we're going to ladle it.
There.
Don't mind the noise.
I know.
My family's up and about. Alright.
His head is a giant head. It's a king's head. Yeah, Goose's head's still almost the same size. It's not length and height wise. Aww.
Alright, now let's put the juice in. Pretty much already got a good amount of juice in. Look at that.
Watch out.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some leftover juice. We'll can it as syrup. That'll be good.
Stay. Robin. Nope.
1 inch headspace. I have to add, guess you have to add more sugar in it to make it a syrup, huh? I just add the juice. Alright, so we got plenty of juice left. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking maybe. I'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do with the juice yet. I'll think about it while I'm cooking these. Alright, so let's wipe the rims with hot water here. Sure you wipe the rims real well. I have a little too much juice in this one. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Got the rims cleaned up. We're going to water bath these for 15 minutes. In our water bath canner. Make sure the water covers your jars, leaving 1 inch headspace. This one might have a little too much. Make sure the water covers your jars at least 1 inch, okay? put our lids on, finger tight. Oh, it's a little hot. A little hot, mama. Alright guys, I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with the rest of this because it's good stuff. I might, because I make rose petal jelly, that might be good in my rose petal jelly. Oh. I have these little squatty jars I was going to use. Alright, we'll come back to you in 15 minutes. Okie dokie y'all, so I figured out what I'm going to do with the leftover juice. I found a recipe in the Ball Blue Book for blueberry syrup, okay? And blueberry syrup calls for 2 quarts of blueberries, which I have just 2 quarts left. Then it calls for 6 cups of water, which this equals 6 cups exact. Well, a little bit shy, but that's okay. 6 cups of leftover berry juice. And then 1 tablespoon of grated lemon peel. I have a fresh lemon here. And 3 cups of sugar and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So we're going to do that. But I'm going to short the sugar. I'm going to do 2.5 cups of sugar because this has brown sugar in it already. Okay? So, and then the instructions say to heat it and blend it. So we're going to do that. Pour this in here. 2 quarts of blueberries. 6 cups of water. In my case, leftover syrup from canning blueberries. Good stuff. I'm waiting for my water bath canner to come to a boil. It's not boiling yet. Okay, now let's do 2.5 cups of sugar. One. Two. And a half. These have flour on it. Let me get the outside flour off. And a half. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna heat this up on the stove. Oh, I gotta grate the lemon. So 1 tablespoon of grated lemon peel. Okay. So what's about a tablespoon? Let me measure it out here. I'll measure it out here. It smells good. I think it takes a whole lemon to make a tablespoon, guys. So we're just going to do the whole lemon. And since the lemon juice is not added for solely preserving, I'm going to go ahead and use fresh lemon juice from here. What the dog's barking at? I'm trying to get video.
No idea what you're barking at.
Do you not care that I'm making videos right now, honey? You're making so much noise. You can talk to me, but you're just making noise. Yeah, so like a whole lemon would probably be what you need. Alright, so, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So let's cut this open and get some lemon juice here. I don't want seeds, so I'm going to just squeeze it in here so I don't get seeds. So if you're using lemon juice for preservation purposes, you need to use bottled lemon juice. But this is not for preserving, it's for flavor. So we'll use the fresh squeezed.
Come on, Boots, come on. Boots, Boots, Boots.
Alright, so this would be, that looks like 1 tablespoon. I think a whole lemon, we'll do 2 tablespoons. We'll do a whole lemon. There we go. Alright. There. Okay, now let's cook it on the stove. And bring it to a boil. Alright, my water bath canning's my water bath canner is coming up to the boil here. It's almost time to start the timer. Yeah, a blueberry mess here. Alrighty guys, so we're going to cook this and simmer it for about 5 minutes, okay? So I'm bringing it to simmer, and after 5 minutes, we're going to take an immersion blender to it and immersion blend the fruit. I want to keep the fruit in my syrup. I think it tastes so much better that way, and it's just really nice. So, but in the Ball Blue book, they have you straining the berries out. So, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to keep the berries in. So, but if you strain the berries out, you can water bath for 10 minutes. But if you keep the berries in, it's suggested to water bath for 15 minutes. So we're going to water bath it for 15 minutes when the time comes. After this is done. Alright, so this is simmered for a good 5 minutes. We're going to take it over here and immersion blend it. You gotta be careful, it's super hot. I'm one to talk, I burn myself all the time. And if you don't get them all, that's okay, because a little chunks is good in your syrup, I think. Okay. Whoosh. And we make a nice mess. Blueberry mess everywhere. Alright, let's see the consistency of this. So I'm going to put this back on the stove and just cook it down a little bit more. Okay? So I get a little bit thicker consistency. I like. Waterbath canner's done over here. Oh, that's done. We're gonna let it cool down for like 30 minutes before we take our jars out. So I'm gonna clean up this mess, and then when we take these jars out, that's when we're gonna jar up our syrup. Okay, so let's ladle our syrup into our jars here. I can't put it in the water though until I take out the other batch, so we'll just have to ladle it. We're doing these little 12-ounce jars. I like these 12-ounce jars. It's really good for syrups. Not too big and not too small. Alright, so we're gonna ladle these. It's really nice consistency. It's really, really delicious. And then we're gonna do it up to a 4th, I think, headspace. 1/4 inch. There we go. Put that aside. We'll just let them sit here for a few minutes before we put them in the lids on. I don't want to put the lids on yet, since I'm not putting them in the canner right away, because they're gonna seal. And so we'll put the lids on like sideways so they don't seal on us.
Okay, cherry Pepsi. Cherry Pepsi it is.
Well, hold on, Dr. Pepper maybe. We hadn't had Dr. Pepper, we already have Pepsi. Dr. Pepper is probably better right now.
They're having specials at, you know, we live in the country, and so me and Ed's just opened up down the road. Everyone's super excited because we don't have to drive to town, which is an hour drive. This little one, I think we'll have just enough. Just enough. Alright, I had to get my... Oh no, look at how thick it is. It might turn into jelly, but that's okay. It's pretty thick. It's pretty much gelled, I think. I got some good syrup in here. Let's taste it here. Mmm. Mmm. It'll be so good. Mmm. Delicious. That's so good. Alright. We're gonna put our lids on here. Waterbath is... It looks like it's pretty much cooled down a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on. Oh, let me wipe it. I almost forgot to wipe it. I wiped the other ones, just not these ones. So good. Okay. Put the lids on. We're gonna go ahead and put the lids on because we're gonna water bath them now right away. But if you weren't gonna water bath right away, you would want to keep your lids like kind of not on. You know what I mean? Because they'll seal, and you don't want them to seal because you haven't processed them yet. But if they do seal, go ahead. You don't even have to unseal them. Put them in the water bath, and then they'll come unsealed just by the pressure. So it's fine. It just is better not to let it seal, you know? It's gonna be so delicious. Alright, let's... There we go. Let's take our stuff out of the canner here. Look at that, so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, they're already sealing. Look at that, super beautiful. So dark. Beautiful.
It's okay, baby. It's
So
okay.
we got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pints. 5 pints. All right, now let's put these in while they're still hot. And start the water bath on these. Ah, I don't like this rack on this one. It tips. There we go.
It's okay, baby.
Alright. Lower these in and then bring them up to boil. Alright, we're going to process that syrup for 15 minutes, okay?
Are you kidding me?
Just bring it back up and then start the timer when it comes to boil, boil, boil. Alright, these look so good. So good. We'll come back when that's done. Alrighty guys, so it's done. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Oh shoot. Of course, they're gonna fall. Whoa. Oh, thank goodness it's already sealed. They all tipped over. And they're all sealed. That's good. Whew. It looks pretty. There we go. My battery died. Had to change my.
This is the second piano concerto by Chopin.
Sorry guys, my battery died. I had to change the battery.
This was written by Caesar, who looked like Dr. Caesar.
Look at that. So pretty. I'm excited. All done.
Composed this when he was only
All done. So, okay. For $10 in blueberries, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pints of fresh
at base
preserved blueberries.
several pollinators.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half. So 6 12-ounce jars of syrup and a half. So I'm excited. $10. There you go. I wonder how much it would cost me in the store for all this. Okay, guys. So next, I'm trying to get my jams and stuff done. I have some scraps in the freezer. I'm gonna boil down and see what I get out of that, and do all kinds of jams. Try and get them out of the way. So I got strawberry to do. I got my rose petal to do. I'm behind on my jams and I'm running low. I like jams more than jellies or preserves, just because you can do so much more with them. You know, if I make a jelly, it's only good for jelly, right? But if I make jams or preserves or syrups, you can use it for anything. Pies, pancakes, cakes, you know, layers of cakes, frosting, ice cream, like anything. So it's more versatile. I don't really make jelly anymore. So because it's also easier just to do the jams. Okay guys, so that's how you make blueberry preserves and syrup. We'll just talk to you later. Bye bye.